What is up, Firebenders? FirePhoenixKing here today, and today I want to talk about a particular rumor, speculation. I was actually out of town when I was contacted by a couple anonymous sources, and were telling me a couple credible things, and I couldn't make a video at the time because I was out of town, and I didn't want to make a video with bad quality and put it out there. But and then after waiting to today, which is Sunday. I actually started seeing more credible people come out and talk about this, which just adds to the fire. So I got a tip from an anonymous source saying that a couple of people believe that the July Direct is actually going to be a mini, if the rumors are actually accurate and there's a Direct this month, which is actually very interesting because that means that we'd get a second mini. A couple people believe that Pikmin 3 will actually be shadow dropped, and that that Pikmin 3 would get a presentation lately, like in around August, later in August. There's a couple of Twitter announcements that Nintendo is planning, kind of like how they've been doing. So there's a lot of credible people, and including this anonymous source, that really thinks that this is going to continue. And this also kind of matches with what Nintendo's been saying recently, especially in their shareholder meeting, saying that they know that the Direct is actually very, very helpful, and it helps them to market to where they need to, but also that they would explore other options to kind of release their information based on what they feel is necessary. So that definitely goes along with that. It also says that Pikmin 3 was meant to be in June, but it was actually moved into an unknown date. And the reason why a lot of people are also saying that Nintendo is a wild card is because Nintendo actually does what they want to do. So it's very interesting about that, because that's actually true. I mean, they talked about Paper Mario about what, 2-3 months before it launches. That's crazy. I've never seen that from Nintendo. So that's actually pretty cool. There's also a lot of talk about the Mario event. There was actually going to be a Mario event, and I think that's still going to happen. The anonymous source does say that they want to basically they want to see how far they can go into August without getting any new dates announced. Like, they want to basically go into August and push their luck, because their games are actually selling well, like Animal Crossing. So it's very, very, very interesting that they say that. And again, another tip from the anonymous sources saying that Nintendo's been very comfortable with where Animal Crossing's at, which is why they haven't really put the pedal to the metal, just because Animal Crossing's doing so well, and they have Pokemon too. And although opinions aside, figuratively speaking, in terms of sales, they're not required to put out new software because of this reason. So it's definitely very interesting that they say that. And again, from a lot of credible sources and from what I've seen between Friday and today, this backs up and also goes with what a lot of people are saying. So I got this information very early on, but again, I wasn't able to do anything about it, so I do apologize about that. If July is a possible Mario Direct, they will think 3D World will be September, and the 3D collection will be in October/November. So that's interesting. If the Direct for July or the Mario event happens, that would be pretty cool. I mean, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Mario's like my favorite Nintendo character, and I would buy all those games in a heartbeat if those are true. And again, you guys know, those guys that are listening to this, you guys know that there's been a lot of videos about the Mario collections and the 3D games, so I definitely believe it's out there. It's also wishful thinking. I wish it's out there, because I will be buying it day one for sure, just because they're fun and nostalgic. But anyway, let's get back into this. Let's see. Pikmin 3 has likely been done 100% since April. That's That if that's true, that's crazy. It's almost like the whole Metroid Prime trilogy thing, that it's ready, but they haven't found the right time to actually talk about it. There is mention, I will say here, there is mention of Metroid, the Metroid game. However, there's nothing too interesting that you guys would be like, oh my god, let me know. It's basically just about that they're expecting a tease for Metroid Prime 4. But not really sure, as the length of it. It could be another one of those videos that they showed us at E3 and now in development or whatever. But there's actually no credible information nor from these credible people saying that this is, something that they're going to show right here, right now. They highly doubt that, and they basically end with saying that no Metroid Prime release, no Metroid game in 2020. Let me clarify. No Metroid game in 2020. So, long story short, the rumors are likely true. They believe that it will be either be a mini or a Mario Direct. They have no idea on when Pikmin 3 is going to be announced. Likely will be announced before this possible presentation. No Metroid 2020, but Metroid is coming, which is cool. But again, it sounds like the presentation is going to be more along the lines about the Mario event, which again, I'm all for it if that's really the case, because again, I personally do enjoy the Mario, and I think that would be very interesting. But again, recording this today on Sunday, after seeing everything that's been dropping between Friday and Sunday, and I got this information on Friday, it just gives it more credibility, especially coming from this anonymous source. So I think we're gonna be treated to some pretty neat stuff. I really hope all of this comes true. I'm really interested in Nintendo's next big move, to be honest. The next source I was contacted by is Hylian Eli, and of course he has been dropping me information behind the scenes, and I've been making some videos that I'm able to do. And he's actually let me know that he's been hearing a lot about the next Nintendo Direct. His sources claim that the next Direct is definitely in July. There are some dates, the 6th or the 24th, but that could be others, as in could be any other date, but that we are getting one this month. And again, this is in collaboration with the rumor I just spoke about. And Hylian Eli has been giving me information that I trust me, behind the scenes it's been coming to light, and some of the videos that you've seen, you may have heard another article after the fact or before the fact, but it definitely coincides with what's going on right now. So I really do believe that something's gonna happen in July, whether it be a presentation, a direct, a mini, something. I think it's gonna happen, and I think, I want to hype myself up, but I'm also kind of like along the fans. I don't want to overhype myself and then, be burnt out. I was really hoping for Nintendo to have a Nintendo Direct on my birthday. That would have been so cool, but they didn't. And Nintendo really does things on their own pace. Needless to say, if the credible rumors are true and this anonymous source, what they're saying, and Hylian Eli, if Nintendo really is working on something, it would kind of make sense to do it now. They already said that they're not going to replace E3, but that does not mean that Nintendo is not going to share any news. But they did say that they would consider other methods of delivering information depending on what the company sees it benefits them. Of course, Nintendo Directs work, but it may not always be that way. They may continue on this Twitter Direct path and just announcements on Twitter, which is also pretty cool to wake up to sometimes, depending on what you're doing. For me personally, when I wake up to something that Nintendo's dropped, I get excited. That pumps me up for the rest of the day. That's really cool. But anyway, everybody has their opinions, of course. But that's it. Again, I don't want to make this video too long, just because it's all really rumors, speculations, and a couple credible I keep trying to say resources. A couple credible sources that have been talking to me, and one anonymous and one Hylian Eli. And again, I'm making this video because it's part of the hype. It's part of the hype, and it's cool. But again, you guys can make you guys' own judgment and opinions. Feel free to drop it in the comment section below. Firebenders, like always, thank you so much for stopping by. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye-bye.